Yeah. Hello. How are you? Are you fine? This is Teacher Kabada. The lesson is about affixation. Affixation. What affixations are? What are affixations? It's a kind of word formation, right? Affixations are word formation, which is bound morpheme, right? Bound morphemes. Bound morphemes, which means what doesn't stand by itself. Doesn't stand by itself. Or it go with base word, right? Base word. So let's hear. Affixations are a kind of bound morphemes, which means it doesn't stand by itself. If it doesn't stand by itself, it doesn't give a meaning. So it's go alongside with the root word to give a meaning. So some of the examples of this affixation, look here, are ing, and this is ed, er. They are called bound and an affixation. Do you think these words by themselves have a meaning? So no, they don't have a meaning. Unless they stand with the base word, these words do not have complete meaning. So they are called affixation. Affixation. So affixations are bound morphemes, which doesn't stand by itself and doesn't give a meaning, which go with a base word. So this is the definition of affixation. This affixation is important to give any word or for vocabulary knowledge. So we have different affixations. Affixation can be categorized into three. One is the prefix, and the other is the suffix, and the other is circumfixes, yeah? Circumfixes. Three different: prefix, suffix, and circumfixes. How do these three types of affixation differs? So what are some of the examples of prefix, suffix, and circumfixes? Let's come from the first one, prefix here. Prefixes. It comes before the root word, yeah? Root word or base word. And it changes the meaning, yes? It changes the meaning. Root pre means they come before the base word, and if they come before the base word, it changes the meaning of the root word. The meaning of the root word. Let's come to here. Some of the prefix kind is here. Pre and post. Look here. Pre, post, anti, and here. Nen, and here. Re, and here. Il, yes, and im, and here dis, and here a, and the other is the other kinds of prefixes are here: pre, post, anti, nen, re, il, and im, dis, a. The other kinds are over, over. Let's come to the other one. So these are examples of or. Look here. The other is maize. And here, male. All these are examples of prefixes, which always comes before the root word. And they directly change the meaning of the base word. So they are called prefixes. They are called prefixes here. So let me give you some examples here. Pre-test, or pre-war, or post-test, or post-war. Here, anti-revolution, anti-revolution, anti-test or anti-term, yeah, anti-test, or non-smoker, non-smoker, re-exam, rewrite, write again. Here, illegal and illogical or illogical, or impolite, impolite, or impossible, impossible. And the other very important part here is, and here is dishonest, dishonest, discomfort or disconnect, disconnect, or disable. And this one, right, immoral, immoral, oversaturated, oversaturated, just oversaturated, overstructure. And the other important here is mistreated, mistreated, misinformed. And the other malfunction, yeah? And also malnutrition. Malnutrition. Look all the examples here. Look this example. All these example words take the prefix. Take the prefix. What is the implied meaning here? What's the implied meaning here? If we just write pre means before. Pre-test. Before there is a test which happens, which appears before the test. Pre means before. It means, look here. This meaning has before, it means, all right? So I can write on this way, before. Before. And it is pre-war, before war. Post, after. It has such meaning. Anti-revolution. Anti, which is negative, right? Anti-revolution. You know, opponent, yeah? Opponent. Opponent or opposite. Anti-test. Non-smoker, not. Non-smoker, which is not. It has the same meaning here. Not. Re-exam, rewrite. Re means again. Again. And here is illogical, not logical. Illegal, not legal. Impossible, not possible. The meaning is not. Impossible, impolite, not polite. Impartial, not partial. Dishonest, not honest. And disconnect, not connected. And disable, not able. Immoral, which is not moral. Over, just over means, you know, just above it means, all right? Above. Mistreated, wrong treated. Wrong treated. And his malfunction, which is bad, or I can say it badly. Look the meaning of these prefixes here. Look the meaning of these prefixes. All the prefixes have such different meanings. So we can just use these words in making sentences, all right? In making sentences. From this part here, look here. And here, these prefixes, so I can just categorize the prefixes in this way. Negative, prefixes, reverse, and conversative prefixes, and pejorative prefixes, and attitude, all right? Attitude. And attitude or degree. Look here. These are types of prefixes. types of prefixes are negative prefixes. What negative prefix means? A prefix, we add a prefix and which has negative of the base word. Negative meaning of the base word, so we can say negative prefixes. For instance, happy, unhappy, right? And honest, dishonest, negative prefixes. Reverse means they give the reverse of the base word, the reverse meaning of the base word. So that kind of prefix is reverse prefixes. So try to categorize these words into reverse prefixes. Conversative. Conversative means the negative prefix, the meaning of the negative prefix is the converse of the positive or the root word meaning. So we can say that conversative, converse it means. The other is pejorative prefix. Especially these miss and mel are pejorative prefixes. The meanings are wrongly or badly, which is, for instance, mistreated, wrongly treated, misinformed, wrongly informed, malfunction, badly function. So these kinds of prefixes are pejorative. The other is prefixes of attitude, right? Prefixes of attitude. And the other is prefixes of degree, saturated, oversaturated, or above saturated. So we are going to categorize all these types of prefixes under these very 6 important types of prefixes. Which one do you think is negative? And reverse, conversative, pejorative, attitude, and what? Degree of prefixes. This is what prefixes are. And the very important issue is here, they completely change the meaning of the base word. They are called prefixes. They are called prefixes. One important issue. So I'll give you some more examples about these prefix kinds. Yeah, let's come to some examples here. Great. Here, which word? Look, which word takes the prefix ill? Question A, moral. B, honest. C, happy. This is a kind of question, yeah? Which word takes the prefix ill? So I have to just find out which is the base word and then which word do you think it takes the prefix ill? Is it possible? And D here, yeah, legal here, legal. Is it possible to add the prefix ill? Immoral, no meaning actually. Honest, no meaning. Happy, no meaning. Illegal, so this is the right word. This is the right word. Yes, the word unproportional. Unproportional refers to a proportionality. B, not proportional. And C, yeah, these are. The word unproportional refers to what? What does un mean? So you have to just categorize these words un and proportion. Yeah, proportion here. Unproportional, no proportionality, but the answer is what? Not proportional. Not proportional. So you can just practice your vocabulary knowledge or your morphology or your grammar by practicing the prefixes on this way. All right? The prefixes on this way. The other part of affixation is suffixes. You know, suffixes are words which comes at the end of root word, yeah, or base word. Changes the word class. The word class, yeah. This is the very important issue of suffixes. First, it comes at the end of root word, after the base word, or it changes the word class, knows the meaning itself. So they are called suffixes. They are called suffixes. Suffixes can be categorized into two. Suffixes can be categorized into derivational suffix, and inflectional suffix. Inflectional suffix, yeah. So suffix can be categorized into what? Derivational suffix and what? An inflectional suffix. When you say derivational, it changes the word class. Yes? Word class, which is noun can be into adjective, or adjective can be into adverb, or verb can be into adverb, and these are, it changes the word class. So they are called derivational suffixes. Changing of the word class, but not the meaning. This is derivational suffix. Inflectional, it is grammatical change, yeah? Grammatical change. Grammatical changes means it changes number, gender, tense, comparative, and plural, and singular, and see. Look here. These are an inflectional suffixes. Yes. Let me give you derivational and inflectional suffix mean. Here, when you say derivational here, for instance, it and eatable, a table. This is derivational suffix. This is a root word, root word means which has a meaning by itself, which stands by itself. It doesn't have any suffixes, so that's called root word. So when we add a kind of suffix as the root word, so that is called suffix. The kind of suffix is derivational. A table, which is an adjective, so it changes the word class it means. Verb it means, all right? Verb to adjective, yes. Verb to adjective. The other, hop. And we can say that play, playful. What play means? Verb, and this one is an adjective here. Teacher, and here, teach. Look here, teach and teacher. What teach means? This is a verb, and this one is a noun. This one is a noun. Look, the suffixes here, er, full, able. All right, and the other very important point is, yes, laugh and laughable. Laughable. What laugh means? It's a verb, and laughable, which is an adjective, yes. And the other part is, look here, the other part here is, here is, look, and here, enjoy, so not enjoy actually, and comfortable, IBLE, which is comfort, is a noun, it's a verb, it's a noun actually, and this one is an adjective. Look the suffixes here. Look the suffix. This kind of word formation is derivational suffixes. It changes the word class, but not the meaning itself. The verb changes into the adjective, the adverb changes into the adjective. All these are grouped under derivational suffixes. Derivational suffixes. Let's come to the inflectional suffix mean. Inflectional suffixes. You know, inflectional suffixes. Inflectional suffixes, look here. Yeah, the first one is teach and teaches. This is an inflectional suffix which is singular. Yeah, grammatical change as I told you before, please. Yeah, and here is play and played here. This is past tense, which is grammatical change. All right, book here, and here is books. S, which is plural, number, number. And the other, tall and taller here, ER, which is comparative. And here is small, smallest, which is superlative, yeah. Inflectional suffixes, yes. And working, yeah, working, this is also inflectional, which is ing form or gerund. ing form or gerund. Look, the example is here. Look, the suffix is here. These kinds of suffixes are inflectional because it changes the grammatical form, but not the word class, but not the meaning. Both these inflectional and derivational suffixes are called suffixes. They are called suffixes, all right. So, look, the suffixes here. They are completely different from that of the derivational suffixes. Here, the derivational suffixes. And maybe one example here is that, yeah, look here, go, went. Yeah, this is an irregular word, irregular verb, went, and past tense, which is derivational suffixes. Derivational suffixes, exactly. This is true for both derivational and inflectional. They are called suffixes. The second type is of affixations. So if you practice on this way, you will improve your knowledge of vocabulary. Knowledge of vocabulary. The other very important part here is what are circumfixes means. Circumfixes. Yes. Circumfixes. Add suffixes. Add, yes, add suffixes before and after the root word. For instance, enlighten. Look the word. Add any kind of suffix before and after the root word. This kind of affixation, circumfixes. Circumfixes, a word which adds in front or after the root word, that's called circumfixes. Look here, enlighten, en, which is en and light and en here. These two suffixes and here, unpredictable, unpredictable. Yes, on here, predict, able, unpredictable, or untouched, untouched. Here, un and ed, touch the base word. Or disconnected, disconnected. Look, this example is here. Dis and ed, disconnected. Look here, uneatable, uneatable, un and able. Uneatable, see. These kinds of words are circumfixes because they add a kind of suffixes before and after the root word. The third kind of suffix affixations are circumfixes. Great. Let me just come to word categories or the descriptive characteristics of these words mean. One here, unproportional, unproportional. This is a root word. This is a word. So I'm going to categorize these as I have explained this time here. Unproportional here, un, which is a prefix. So I can write here a prefix. The word an is a prefix, so we left proportional. Proportional. So this kind of is base word. So I can write here base word. So it must be categorized into another element. This is proportion. Proportion here. Proportion. And we left here al. This is called what? Derivational. Derivational suffix, yeah? derivational suffix. Look here. We can categorize this al. We left this. So this word is called root. We can say that root from this perception, base, proportion, al, derivational morphemes or derivational suffixes. So it is still can be categorized until we got the root word proportion. Proportion. Yeah, do we have another element here? Proportion. So it is the last part of proportion. Proportion. No. So this is called root word or base or root word. Okay, this is called base or root word. So we can categorize the words on this way. This one is the prefix and proportional base word. So I can categorize the L, derivational suffix, or this is called an adjective. This is called an adjective or derivational suffix. So this is proportion, a root word. This is the first example. Second example. Just number 2. No, just this shin, or we can say that globalizations. Globalizations. Look this word here. Globalizations. One here. So here the last one is s, which is called inflectional suffix. Inflectional suffix here. S. We left global, base word. Base word, globalization, Globalization, which is called a noun, yes? It is a noun. Globalization is a noun. All right. The other part here is, I can also categorize this globalization, which is globalize. And this one is globalization, which is called derivational suffix, which is noun here. And globalize is root word, which is verb. Root word, which is a verb. Globalize. So I can categorize this globalize on this way. Look here. IZDE, so which is a derivational suffix. Derivational suffix, which is verb. And we left here global, which is root word, and it is called an adjective here, global, which is an adjective here. So I also categorize here global. This is al, derivational suffix, and it is called an adjective, and we left is globe, which is root word. Root word. Let me write here. Globalize here. Globalize, which is root, and it is called a verb. So I can categorize this globalize into two. So the first one is IZDE, which is derivational suffix, and this kind of word is verb, yes? And we left global here. Global, which is root word, yes? Root word, and it is an adjective, yes? An adjective. So here, I also categorize this global in this way. One is al, which is derivational suffix, and it is called an adjective here. And we left here globe. So globe is called the root word, and it is called a noun. So we can just categorize these words on this way, beginning from that of the prefix until the root word. All right? These are, look here, globalization is S, inflectional suffix, because it changes the grammatical change. And we left globalization, which is a noun. So globalization can be categorized into shin. It comes from globalize, the verb globalize, and add the suffix shin. It changes from the verb into what? That of the noun. Derivational suffix, which can be found as noun. We left globalize. So globalize can be categorized into global and IZD. IZD, derivational suffix, which is called verb. And global can be a root word and can be categorized until it left The root word, which is al, derivational suffix, because it changes the noun to the adjective, because global is an adjective here. There is also one thing left, globe. Globe is a root word. We cannot just discrete this word after this one. So this will be the last word, globe, which is root word, and it is called a noun. And it is called a noun. So when you say root word means it stands by itself and it doesn't add any prefixes and suffixes. This is roots or base word. This is affixation, so which are important to categorize, to understand how words can be just go with another word it means. So you have to just practice by taking your own words and categorize on this way. Thank you very much for paying attention. This is Teacher Kabada.